today we're going to be looking at a yarn haul from Carruthers. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today is a yarn haul. I know a lot of you already know who Carruthers is, but for those of you who don't, I will link her channel down below on the eye and annotations at the end, all that stuff. But she is the most wonderful lady who I'm very privileged to now call friend. She is the matriarch of our little crochet crafting community, and we all, those of us that know her, all love her dearly. So do go and check out her channel if you haven't already come across Jan. But I know a lot of you have come across from Jan's channel, so obviously I won't harp on too much. But if you haven't checked her out, please go and subscribe to her. So Jan messaged me, I think it was shortly after Christmas, I can't even remember now, time's escaping, and said that she would like to send me some yarn. She'd found some very cheaply on eBay, and normally at this time of year Jan would be making hats for the homeless. Jan at the moment doesn't have time to do that, so what she did was she purchased some yarn from eBay and has sent it to me, and I will be making stuff probably for Woolly Hugs. We'll see how it pans out, but it will be all for charity. So I will be making stuff on her behalf, so she's paid for the yarn and I will be doing the actual crafting part of it. So thank you, Jan. Mwah, I love you very much, and I'm very thankful to have you as a friend, and also thank you ever so much for the yarn. Jan has also sent me some patterns as well. I'm not going to show them in this video just because of time constraints. I'm going to just solely concentrate on yarn, and as and when I use the patterns, obviously I will then share them in time to come. So I'm just going to crack on, and there's a few bits and bobs. So yeah, the first yarn is Serdar Super Soft in Aran. It's 100 gram ball. It's 258 yards, which is 236 meters. Just trying to work out what the code is. I think the code is 022, but I'll let you have a look for yourself and decide. So I've actually got two balls of this. It's a pale sort of blue and sort of creamy colour. I have had to put my craft light on. I'm losing daylight because I'm trying to record a few videos all on the same day, because I've just been really time constrained with having opportunities to record. So it's coming up a bit green when I'm looking at it, but it's actually very pale blue. So it's Serdar Serdar Super Soft. I swear I've got dentures in sometimes. So there's all the code numbers on the back. So I have two of those, so they're going to be ideal for making things for babies in particular. May even be okay for possibly for an angel blanket. So, but I will need to check. The next one is James C. Brett, and it's called Fluffy Chunky. Shade number is FF6, and it's called Pink, and it is actually really soft. So it's a very pale pink. And there's the code there. It's a bit more focused that time, there we go. So I've got one of those. The next one I've actually got 3 balls of. It's really lovely and soft. It's called Diploma Astralar Double Knitting. 40 gram balls, 100% acrylic. Colour number is 208. So that's the, and it's kind of a peachy or kind of peachy orangey colour. It's very pretty. There's the codes on the back. So I've got 3 of those. I'm thinking they might make a really lovely hat and scarf maybe. Next one is Serdar Snuggly, and it's called Tiny Tots Baby Fashion DK. It's a 50 gram ball. It's 150 yards and 137 metres. and the shade is 0930, so it's a very sort of pale pinky colour. There's the shade. So it's got slightly like little, I don't know if you can see it, like slight little bobbly bits in that one. So yeah, I'll be looking at lots of buttons. The next one is called Glitz and Glam Double Knitting. I'm not sure who it's by. The colour code is colour 9. It's a 200 gram ball, 97% acrylic and 3% lurex. I'm not sure who actually made these. It doesn't actually say. This Jan's obviously used some and rewound it, so, or it's fallen apart. I'm not quite sure which, but so it's Glitz and Glam Double Knitting, and it's code number, what did I say, 9? Yeah, 9. It's stuck underneath, so I can't really get to it. So I've got that one, so that's quite a big ball, that one. And I don't think it had meters and stuff on it. No, just says needle size. Okay, so the next one, which I think this was one of the eBay ones that she got. Some of the ones that you've seen up till now have been from her own personal stash, as far as I'm aware. Jan, correct me if I'm wrong. So I think, because I know she said she originally ordered 3 things off eBay, but one of the colours became unavailable, so she sent me 2 lots. So if I've got this right, this is one of the 2 lots. So it's actually by Mary Maxim. It's called Starlet. It's a worsted weight, which is 100% acrylic. Colour code is, my goodness, 284.609, and it's called Camel. Now the only reason I've even heard of Mary Maxim is Ross, and I'm trying to think of his channel name, Smells Like Yarn? No, Smell Great Guy. Hey, I remembered it. Smell Great Guy. Hi Ross, if you're watching. He's been talking about Mary Maxim a lot on his videos just recently, so that's the only reason I've even become aware of this particular yarn. So yeah, so I'm quite excited about this one. There's the colour codes. There we go. And the 100 gram balls, 180 yards, which is 165 metres. And the website is marymaxim.com. Yeah, and it's a medium number 4 for those of you in America. That doesn't really mean anything to us over here, but so I would say your worsted. You know, I've never actually had any worsted weight yarn, but it's pretty much the same as our double knit, really, isn't it? Not far off. So I've actually got 5 balls of this, so I'll be able to do a good sized project with that. So that's one of the ones that Jan got off eBay. I have 3 balls of yarn. I can't tell you what they are, so because there's no labels on. So this is where you will have to ask Jan, or Jan maybe if she knows more, put it down in the comments. So it's sort of kind of coppery red colour. It's quite a thin yarn. No idea what it is at all. I'm still learning my yarns. I'm still technically a newbie. I've only been crocheting for a couple of years, so I have knitted before that, but a lot of my yarns I've got off our local market, so I've never really been, I'm sort of learning brands and what things look like, so you have to bear with me. So this is another one, so it's sort of a red, sort of coppery kind of colour. And then this one, this one's really strange. It almost feels like suede. Got that kind of texture to it. And then last but not least, and I really love this colour, this one is by Oxford, and it's called Ptech. Doesn't actually have a colour code on any of the balls. I have already checked, unfortunately. 100 gram balls, 300 metres. So I don't actually know what the colour shade was, so I don't know if Jan will be able to enlighten us. So it's definitely a double knit. But as you can see, there's no colour code. Whack whack, nothing. So there's nothing on any of the balls. But yeah, I've got a pack of 5 of these, so I'm going to look forward to working with these, because it's going to be really nice and bright and cheerful, and especially as we're coming into spring, that's going to be really fun to work with. So I'll be able to make plenty of hats and scarves and stuff with that. Possibly even venture to maybe making a blanket. I've got to go on to Woolly Hugs and check out what else they need, because they're starting some new projects this year. So I've got to go and look on the website and clue up, because some projects they have, for those of you who aren't aware, Woolly Hugs is a charity in the UK where you can make blankets. You can just do granny squares or knitted. They take both knitting and crochet. It's not just a crochet thing. And they make blankets for people that are bereaved, that are going, for children that are in hospital going through a hard time, for people that have had stillborn babies, for them to wrap their child in. They do hats and scarves and gloves and blankets for refugees in all sorts of countries, which are desperately needed at the moment, because obviously weather is so cold and a lot of them have nothing. But they bring children from Chernobyl over, and they make a blanket for each child that comes, and they supply them with toiletries and stuff, and all those children are in remission from cancer. But there are some new projects coming up as well, so I'm going to be looking into that to see where the need is. There will definitely be some hats and scarves made out of this, possibly some blankets, and see what else is needed, because some of the projects they only accept Stylecraft double knit, because when they're joining them they obviously need it all to be the same fibre. But other projects where you're actually making things like hats and scarves, as long as they're complete, then they'll accept any yarn. So I really enjoy working for the charity. I know those of you watching me for a while are, very well aware of Woolly Hugs, but I know I've got some new subscribers. So if you are in the UK, it's a brilliant charity. They are fast growing as well. It's become very popular because you're crafting with a purpose, and it's just, I get so much reward from it. I really enjoy it. So I just want to say thank you, Jan, for that yarn. I mean, I just thought I was getting a couple of little packs of 2 colours, and Jan's put extra in there, so that I wasn't expecting. So that was a lovely surprise. So thank you, Jan. I'm really chuffed. John, isn't it, at the end of the day? So you will be seeing these yarns again, obviously in the coming year, as and when I make things. But there'll definitely be some hats and stuff to come, and well, all sorts of bits and bobs. But you'll obviously, I will show these again as and when I've used them. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed that. Yeah, I'm really chuffed. I'm not sure exactly what the next video will be, because I should be recording that next week. So I've had to do a little, recorded 3 videos on the trot on one day. I do have a scrap blanket that I have started, which was one of my crafty goals for those of you who watched that. So I have got about that much done, and it's obviously fairly wide. It's about 36 inches wide, so I have made a start on that. So that will be something that we'll probably dip in and out of during the year, because it will just be bits of scraps that I'm using up. So and I also have a yarn haul from Kim as well, which is Blue Cherub 82, I think she is. I hope I got the number right, Kim. Hi. So I've also got a yarn haul from her that she's kindly donated to me as she was destashing. So I'm very blessed and very thankful. Thank you so much, Jan. There are no words. Chuffed a bit. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. So remember, until next time, remember to stay well, happy crafting, and remember to stay true to yourself. Bye.